Zach Segrist, and today on Ken TV, I'm going to be interviewing the amazing Renee Elliott with the new book, Alumni and You. Here with Renee Elliott, the author of Alumni and You. It's good to finally meet you and have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Zach.
Yeah, anytime. We're going to have some questions for your book. We're also going to have an audience here that's going to ask because it's an anticipated book.
Excellent.
Let's just go ahead and start asking questions. The first one I have for you is, how does your school keep in contact with alumni, and what are some good techniques?
Well, through my research, Zach, I have found that the worst way to have contact with alumni is constantly sending out emails, letters, asking for donations. My research has just shown that that doesn't work. The best way that I have found through asking alumni, such as Deborah Easton, Jeff Antoon, who have graduated from Kent State University, is to keep it more casual. That way, conversation can flow, ideas can flow, and everybody can benefit. And plus have social time with the alumni as well.
Okay, yeah, I definitely agree with that. My next question for you is, what are some good ways you can increase alumni and student interaction?
Well, the best way that alumni can benefit students is obviously through networking. They have the know-how, they have the connections, and it's also a really great way for students to see what graduates are doing with their degree. Also, alumni can benefit from knowing students by seeing what their degree entails. They can find out how qualified future interns are going to be for their companies.
Okay. All right. Next question is John from Cincinnati. He writes in, how would alumni benefit from student interaction and vice versa?
Well, as I just stated, the best way is just to have the conversation flowing. It really benefits students to know alumni because they've been in their shoes. They've been students before. They know the experiences that they have. Right now, as most seniors are preparing to graduate, they're nervous. They want to know what to expect when it comes to going into the real world. And alumni are going to be able to prepare them for that. And a great way to include the faculty of these universities is to have alumni come into faculty and talk to them, and maybe even have some guest lectures in the classroom.
Okay. And my last question for you is, across the years, have you been in contact with former professors, and in what ways?
I have. Actually, to do a majority of the research for my book, Alumni and You, I had to research all these past alumni. I also talked to students and faculty members, and I really got their perspectives and ideas. That's where I came up with the idea of keeping it casual, also having guest lectures, and maybe even having some student boards that constantly communicate with alumni to see what's going on in the real world to prepare their fellow classmates.
Okay, that's some good information. Thanks. As far as questions for me, that's it. Let's go to our audience, see what they have to say. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Sean Larkin, Kent State University. I actually had a chance to interview one of my professors, Professor Equinovi, and he was saying that students benefited a little bit more than alumni in student-alumni interaction. And I was wondering how alumni might be able to benefit from interacting with the students.
Well, what I like to use is the term mutually benefit, which means that both parties will come out of their interaction with a higher appreciation for one another. So how the alumni can benefit from the students is to see exactly what kind of skills a communication degree now entails. If they're alumni, they could have graduated 10, 20, 30 years ago, and we know that the society we live in is changing. So therefore, one way that they can benefit is just to see exactly how their communication degree differs from students who are now graduating, and they can see the skills that they're going to be prepared with to go in, and maybe even offer some internships as well.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm reading your program, and I like your book, by the way. I'm using it for my thesis.
Thank you.
In an interview with Pamela Graham, She said that alumni benefit from students' interaction because it's an experience of nostalgia, that the alumni get to relive their life as a, carefree, college student. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's very true. A great way that universities basically want to communicate with alumni to get donations, let's be honest. So another way that the university can benefit from alumni revisiting their roots, if you will, is the fact that they can see how things have changed, and they can also pick up on needs. They can see, oh, you know what, I think that this school would really benefit from a new research lab in the library. And so that's ways that donations can be increased while they're revisiting their past and checking out their past university.
Your book has a lot to do with engaging students with faculty and alumni. I was just wondering what your definition of engage is.
Well, my definition of engage includes participation, and that's really what I found out needs to happen, is participation. Just not emails, letters saying, hey, alumni, will you donate to our university? Participation includes them coming to the university, being involved in the classroom, and seeing what's actually going on in their past university. And that way they can reconnect with some of their faculty members that they may have had as students, and also they can see that what the skill set is for the students who are about to graduate.
I'm sorry, I have another question.
Sure.
Okay, and also another interview with Roselle Duncan, who you might know, who's
I
our
do know
advisor for
Roselle
CCI, as well as Donald Williams. They said that now that email has been invented, they said that communication is more convenient and allows the student to interact with the professor 24/7. How do you think email has changed the interpersonal interaction between faculty and students for alumni?
Well, I know that when I graduated from Kent State University, email was not nearly as popular as it is now. I do feel that after talking to some faculty members, they feel like they've lost some of that face-to-face communication that they had with their students back when I was in school. But it does offer some convenience. It does allow for quick, concise answers. And also with emailing, you can now send attachments. So students can send their papers or reports through an attachment. The faculty member can now have more time to analyze their work and send it back. So really, in the end, everybody is benefiting. Students are getting better grades, and professors are able to meet with more students at a time.
Renee, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by on the
Thank
show.
you so much for having me. And don't forget to go out and buy my book.
You heard it from Renee, Alumni and You. It's a great book. Go out and get it. One thing that she definitely did note was networking. That's a key thing that all college students should definitely look into. And speaking of networking, check me out on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks for watching the show. Peace.